reading. Hey, 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 Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're going to go ahead and get to the live reading. I hope everybody can hear me and hear me well. Um, we have one question. If anybody else has a question, put it in the comment section and I'll get to you first come, first serve basis. But I am tired. So I would like to go home. Let me see what this says. Okay. All right. So let me put the question down so I can read it. Okay. Okay. Girl, I dreamt my baby daddy was married to Kamala Harris. Now I did get with that, like she is on everybody's psyche. Um, there's a timeline for social media for videos in which it used to be very toxic and now it's more high vibrational and it's filled with Kamala Harris stuff, right? So she is on the whether you like her or not, she's on the collective consciousness. So she was married, they were married, and they got into it, and she blamed you for hooking them up, and then he got into a car accident. Oh, what in the world? Okay, so let's see. Let's submit. Spirit Team Anonymous 1. Speak to the power, give us love, light, grace, mercy, infinite wisdom, and knowledge. What is this dream, the meaning behind her baby daddy being married to Kamala Harris? Kamala blaming her for hooking them up. And then the baby daddy getting in the car accident. Now, when I took this deck out, the deck next to it, the devil card flipped over. And so I want to make sure that you're conscious of that you know that information, because the enemy is lurking, right? The enemy is lurking behind people relationships and breaking them up. The enemy is lurking behind chaos ensuing. And then a lot of times we end up reacting to the enemy's plan of opposed to thwarting the enemy's plan. So what I'm getting right now is she was upset with you because of whatever the enemy's plan was, however the enemy interceded into their relationship. She was following that and not following God's ordinance, right? Because once we get into a relationship, things are not more than likely peachy keen, right? We're growing as individuals, we're growing as, a unit, we're growing possibly as a family. Some people are adding on children, bonus children, biological children. Some couples take on foster and adoptive situations. Sometimes it is lateral family members that are growing, nieces and nephews and grandchildren and so forth. So things are constantly shifting and changing, right? And so as the individuals are shifting and changing and responding to their stimuli, things outside them and things within themselves as well, that can shift the dynamics of the relationship compared to where and when they started. And when the enemy is playing games, then it's hard for the individuals or the unit to stop and say, hey, wait a minute. This is the enemy. Let's back up. Take a deep breath. What did we agree upon? What's faltering? Do we need to make any changes? What's really happening, right? But she reacted. She reacted. She blamed you, pointing fingers, right? We got one finger pointing at the scapegoat, and we got three fingers pointing back at us, right? So just envision what I just explained with her pointing, but it was all her. It is her relationship. You may have advised her to get into the relationship, but she did it. It's her relationship. So it's her responsibility to help it to move forward, right? So she was putting the blame at you, but it was really her. You do have the Divine Masculine card. You do have the Soulmate card. Then you have the Five of Wands card. I think there's someone that's instigating something. Yeah. Your baby daddy needs to play defense. Remember, hey, Beverly, welcome. I'm well. How are you? Long time no see. Remember I saw the Devil card. And, we are more powerful than negative entities because we are spiritual beings. So we have spiritual power and we are human. The enemy cannot manifest on this plane without using people. So when the enemy is coming after us, we have the authority and the power to get rid of the enemy, but that information, much of that information has been lost, right? Because people have, through organized religion, has thrown a lot of that information out, cast it, to the wayside. There's people that still know, but because a lot of people are in organized religion, they get brainwashed to think that all they have to do is pray. And I will give an example. Jesus had discernment with whom he spoke to. So yes, Jesus spoke to the people in need, but he also had discernment. If a person was not anywhere near able to receive his message, Jesus did not talk to them. That's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about. Number two, when Jesus was going to do something, and this man came out of the graveyard, and the man was living in the graveyard naked, and the demon that possessed the man, and that demon that needed to be around that naked, raw, negative energy of the cemetery, came after Jesus. And Jesus cast that demon out. Okay? And so he didn't pray. Because when you pray, you're talking to God. You're asking for things, right? You don't have to ask God. You have the authority to cast that demon out. So there is some type of defense that is happening here, where the enemy is instigating, definitely getting in people's sensitivity spots in regards to your baby daddy, in regards to anybody that he's with, anybody he may be dealing with. whatever the case may be. There's some unknown things that's happening that can end up in the the ending of his partnership and life. So my question to you is, have you spoken to him about this dream, or did you come running to me? Or your girlfriends or your family members? Like, did you talk to him? Yeah. Yeah, there's some there and they're giving me black magic, right? Because every attack isn't black magic. Sometimes it is the evil eye. People just don't like you. They're speaking negative over you. That person may have um, verbal power that they don't even understand. They don't even know. And so when they're thinking and they're saying certain things, energies come towards that person and things start going awry, right? Um, it can be that person means something to their family, their lineage, their community. They have something big that they can do that can impact that line, right? And the enemy does not want them to fulfill that. So the enemy is trying to take them out. And so that it's all spiritual, right? It's all spirits, right? And then those spirits will agitate people because those negative spirits know our lower self, the unhealed parts of ourself, what bothers us. And then when we're faced with a person, the enemy may be like, look at the way they talk, look at the way they dress. They think they know everything. They're trying to get your job, right? They'll speak to our insecurities so that we can feel a certain type of way about that person, right? And depending on what knowledge we have and what resources we have, we may end up playing political games with the person or playing spiritual games with the person. Yeah. Now, there's divine justice that can be had here. It is a part of your job, your purpose to protect him. Um, Even though you guys are not together, just like in your dream, you introduced him to Kamala Harris. That's very unselfish. Hey, Tasia, welcome. Absolutely. Right. So, you definitely, if you haven't talked to him, you definitely need to talk to him. Um, and it's going to be your choice whether to talk to him or not. And it's going to be his choice whether or not he listens. Can you give us, and look at this. This this part of a deck came out with these, and look at this. Look at the goat. The goat being sacrificed. Yeah. Yeah, there people are wielding energy so that he gets into a car accident. and it ends him. So he is under attack. Okay? All right? So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, definitely DM me. Okay, I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Diane. All right, Miss Bev. Talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, shuffling up the cards. Can I get a highest message regarding my spiritual bath I did during the full moon this past Monday for my resets? All right. So our free Speak Lord More Than the Tarot course starts September 8th. I sent the first group of people information for the course. So if you are interested, it is absolutely 100% free. It's a 5-week course. We meet on Sundays. And we would love to have you there. All right. So there is a link. There is a link in the description box as well as in the comments. And I know some of you came late, so I'll put it in again. Okay. People on TikTok, the link to the course is in my link tree, and that is in the bio. So you could just click it on. Spirit team of Tasia, speak truth to power, give us love, light, grace. Thank you. Mercy, infinite wisdom and knowledge about her spiritual bath during this blue moon. Please give her indication what she needs to know regarding her reset. Okay. Okay. So like I said, I didn't say it, but I showed it. You have the spiritual bath that you did is a part of the work necessary to go towards your victory, right? You are still learning, right, about all things spiritual. We're all learning, especially when it comes to our individual journey, because we're like onions. We get to a certain point and, it's going to peel back another layer. We get to another point, it's going to peel back another layer, right? We never stop learning. So remember that, because a lot of people like to get into the spiritual stuff and feel like they've arrived. And we do. But then there's more. There's more, right? Absolutely, Miss Diane. Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't see that message 2 minutes ago. So the enemy was lurking. The enemy was lurking. You needed this reset because the enemy was causing some stagnancy, right? And that spiritual bath and that stagnancy was going to call in a tower moment, right? And so that reset and that tower moment was going to lead to some devastation. So that that reset was needed. Look at this 10 of Swords, right? So that reset was really, really needed. So good job. Speak to the outcome. Yep, I just saw the Temperance card, which is the spiritual bath card. Yep. It's part of manifesting your happiness, right? And the other side of the Magician card is not only does he know that he has blessings in heaven and he knows how to use the elements in order to manifest those blessings and bring them down on earth, he also knows that there's practical work that needs to be done, right? So, yep, you did the spiritual work, and that helps to cleanse your energy so that you can reset and do the practical work, and then boom, it's celebrations. Yep. Continue to talk whatever it is that you manifest. Um, Continue to speak to it as though it's here, um, in the present tense, right? So it's not like you don't say, I want clarity, or I want $5,000, or I want, da, 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 da. you know, it's, I have. Thank you for my business loan. Thank you for my focus. Thank you for whatever it is that you were calling in during it. Continue to speak to it with power and present tense. Yep. So you got to make sure that you have control over your lower self and allow your higher self to lead so that you can move forward. Okay? So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, just DM me. Yep. It's two masculine energies I just saw. Some infighting, low vibrational fighting. I close my eyes. So I put the cards back. If there is an opportunity for two masculine energies in your life to fight, you definitely want to avoid that. Okay, shuffling the cards, and we're going to get to Miss Diane. I always forget to put the questions up there. You're so welcome, Tage. Hey, 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 TikTok. Hey, Greenlee. Hey, Roddy Charles. Hey, Bobby NY. Hey, Dutchman44. Hey, Octopus Paul. Hey, Rich. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate all likes, comments, and shares. Help us to get out of that shadow band. Because Chop is shadow banded it. Thank you for helping me reach my desired audience. Spirit team. Miss Diane, speak truth to power. Give us love, light, give us grace, give us mercy, give us infinite wisdom, thank you, and knowledge regarding her move to North Carolina. I got to move these cards around because it's not. There's some type of sadness that's here. I know we've talked about various strategies in the past. And I think that I've mentioned this to you before, but it wasn't a full conversation. Have you considered looking into or hiring a love coach, a dating coach? And I know you're asking about North Carolina. You know how Spirit does, right? First, talking about walking your purpose and discussions about celebrations and making choices. And then in the base of your reading, you have the consultant card with the marriage card. This is very important because the two middle cards, or the middle card is always the most important, and because you have 4 cards in the base of your reading, there's 2 middle cards. And here's the marriage card, spirituality, and getting to your satisfaction, winning card. And so this consultant can help you get there. Right? So your love purpose is more important than location, according to Spirit right now. And I'll verify and clarify that in a minute. Because what's awaiting is a tower moment. And I just got absorbed the shock. Just got absorbed the shock. So let me go deeper into that. And so here's the sadness, 5 of Cups and the clarifiers. There is some sadness here, and it's attached to the Moon card. Sadness about spiritual unknowns, spiritual secrets. Hold on. Spirit team of Miss Diane, be clear and concise. What is the sadness about? Now, be clear and concise. What is this tower about? Speak to the tower first. Yeah. The opportunity at a new beginning will end. So it's very important that you are on your love purpose. What is the sadness? Thank you. Regret. Not using your internal strength and going towards your happiness. Devil card. Devil card has you stuck, and it's very important that you heal. Right? Yeah, 5 of Swords. This is I got ungodly earthly fight. Spirit team was Diane, go deeper, please. Go deeper. Hey, Envy, how are you? Yeah. There's a lot of stuckness that needs to be healed. There's a lot of stuckness that needs to be healed. You need to definitely find your match because that's going to help. So they're not. Why are you not talking about North Carolina? Why are you not talking? Respectfully asking, just so that there's clarity. Why are you not talking about North Carolina? Because this is more important. Okay. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, definitely DM me. Absolutely, MV. Okay. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Ramen. Hey, Alyssa. Thank you for liking the live. Appreciate it. We appreciate all likes, shares, and comments. It helps with the algorithm. What do you mean if he has something for you? Like feelings? Awesome, Tage. Do you mean feelings, MV? You're so welcome. Okay, like feelings. Okay. We're on to MV. MV, your thing looks so pretty up there with the hot pink. Hey, Rosie. Spirit team of MV. Speak with the power. Give us love. Give us light, protection, and guidance. Does their roommate have feelings for them? And will they take action? Mm. Okay. All right. So you have options, but the process of narrowing down your real options. Hey, John, welcome. You need to work on that. Just because somebody is there and is available and has feelings does not mean that they are a good choice for you. You're looking at things on a surface level, right? So there's 7 cups here, and she's just laying in front of the cups to make a choice. But what's the problem is that she's not looking in the cup. She doesn't know which cup has corrosion, which cup has toxins in it, which cup has dead worms, which cup has, whatever. Because she's not going deeper, she's not looking in, she cannot make a valid choice. Some way, somehow, your spirit team, which is the most high, whatever you call the most high, including the higher self, spirit guides, guardian angels, high vibrational ancestors, saints, orishas, archangels, ascended masters, all of the high vibrational entities that does God's bidding and works for God. Whomever is on your spirit team has been giving you insights, whether it's via dreams, via instinct, via itches, via visions, via voices, however it is they speak to you, but you really haven't been listening. And so this is keeping you in a seemingly stuck position, but you're really not stuck. Notice that only in the mirror is the gown pierced with the swords, but in reality, she's not stuck. So it just means shifting mentally um, in order to understand your love purpose. There is another person involved. With your roommate, some way, shape, or form. So you need to start understanding your power and communicating what it is you truly want. Now, there is a match here. There is a match here. And it's something that can grow. Let me see. Now, is the roommate a match or is it someone else? Is the roommate a match or is it someone else? Mm, okay. So they're not saying because they want you to work at this, right? They're not saying whether it's the roommate or whether it's something else. There is a love match there. Doesn't matter what genders you are, because as I showed the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords, does not matter the genders. Um, it just matters that there is a high vibrational match. And then they're showing spiritual secrets. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to how spirit speaks to you because spirit's going to continue to give you clues. But they're not telling you who it is because there's certain emotional and mental mindsets that you have to shift. Because even if you get with a high vibrational mate, you can lose the potential of that high vibration if we don't um, if we don't fix what's the bad things that we've learned. Oh, and Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is my voice clear now? Okay. So, what you need to do is make sure that you are listening to spirit. Pay attention to the signs. And as you're checking out your roommate and anybody else, make sure you're not looking at the surface. Make sure you're in tune with what it is that you truly want and that you're assessing that as you're checking them out and communicating with them, and you're moving forward consciously in your purpose, in your power. So they're not saying that the roommate is bad. They are saying that there is a match, but they refuse to say who it is because they need you to make sure that you level up, if that makes sense. Okay? So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just let me know. Yes, Linda. Did you have a question, Linda? You're so welcome. Okay. Spirit team of Linda, speak to the power. Give us love, light, grace. Give us mercy. Give us infinite wisdom and knowledge regarding the person she blocked, whom she thinks is a narcissist. Did she do the right thing? Thank you. Spirit team of Linda, be clear. Hmm. Okay, yes. You did the right thing. What you ended up doing was avoiding a huge tower moment for later. It was coming. I'm always shy about labeling people narcissists because we're all narcissistic because it's natural. It's the people who are far on the other end of the spectrum, where it becomes a mental illness type of thing, right? Um, and because it's become such a catchphrase, many times we misuse it. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?